Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title and the big hair, it is another crochet hair review video. And today's crochet hair is the Model Fresh Wand Curl in the 14 inches. Now if you're not familiar with my crochet hair series, welcome, join the family, hit that subscribe button. But this is how they work. I come on here first with my first day thoughts of a crochet hair, showing you how it looks the very first day, meaning the day I have installed it, showing you what the hair looks like, what my braid pattern is, what I overall think of it. Was it an easy install? Did I separate? Was the knots hard? I give you a full look at how it was that very first day. Then I come on here for my first week thoughts of a crochet hair, showing you how it looks 1 week in, telling you whether it has gone downhill or uphill in a matter of a week. And I also tell you what my maintenance routine has been like with the hair over the past week. Then I come on here with my final day thoughts of the crochet hair, showing you how it looks literally the day I'm taking the hair out. No matter how long it's been, whether it's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, I tell you how long of a wear I got out of it, or if I could have got a longer wear out of it, telling you what my maintenance routine has been with it for the entirety of the wear, telling you whether it's water friendly, active wear friendly, and overall whether I recommend you try this here. Now if that sounds like something you enjoy, just keep watching. There are timestamps below if you want to just skip to certain parts. But without further ado, let's get into my first day thoughts on this Fresh Wand Curl hair.
A few moments later.
So now coming on here for my first day thoughts of this Model Fresh Wand Curl hair in the color 4. Now it is the 2 times pack, so it is supposed to be a 2 times pack. I actually ordered this hair from Hair Stop and Shop. I ordered 4 packs. I ended up using 2.5 packs of the color 4. So what you're seeing majority right now is a color 4, and then the rest of it is a color 1. It wasn't hard to find, but they were low in stock. I ordered this hair actually in March 2018. Probably while you're watching this, it is a whole year later, simply because I was frustrated with this brand. I only wanted to try this hair because I saw it online, a beautiful picture I have saved in my phone. I'll upload it right now, of this hair in the color OT30. When I went online, they didn't have OT30, but I really still wanted to try it. I bought it. They didn't have a lot of colors. And then maybe like 2 weeks later, I saw fully restocked all the colors, and I was pissed, and I was like, forget Model out here playing games. I don't want to try them. But now I'm back into wanting to try more wand curl hair, especially after the debacle of the Zuri Congo curl. I want to give another wand curl a chance, and I've had this in my collection for a while, so I said why not pull this out. Now my braid pattern is the same braid pattern in the Zuri Congo curl video. You guys know what happened there. Not meaning the same braid pattern, I mean it's the same braid. It is the same braids that my mother did. I actually said she braided pretty tight, so I was able to use it for this second install. I do not ever reuse braids a majority of the time if you know me, but like I said in that video, this was a special case. So it's a straight back braid pattern. I mean, I can separate the hair in all the places. Let me get up in camera so you can see how the 4 looks. It's a very true to life 4 color. It's not one of those 4s where it's closer to the 2 side. No, it's definitely a medium brown. Now let me kind of open it up so you can see what it looks like in the 2 times pack. Now I did say I used 3.5 packs, meaning 4 packs would be needed to achieve this look. This is all that's left of the 4th pack. So you have this right here. Now my issue is this is not really a 2 times pack in my opinion. I don't know why Model was gooping the kids, making it seem like, wow, it's 2 times the hair. It's really like if this was a single pack, buying this would be a joke. So Model, cut the foolery. It really needs to be called a single pack because there's 2 of them, so this was the other side of it. This isn't a lot for just a single pack. It says on here, split strands without frizz, thick precise cut, perfectly shaped bouncy curl, long lasting. Now when I was installing this hair, I was originally installing it in its full, like without separating the curl. So how it looks without separating, this is kind of how that curl looks without separating. But I used 1 complete side without separating it, and I was like not even 1/10 done with my hair, and I was like, oh, okay, so this is the hair I'm going to need to separate. So you are going to need to separate this hair. I did end up splitting this hair 1 time, so meaning this is how it looks regular, and you're just going to want to split. It's an easy split, and if you do it right, you can not have any frizz with the hair. That's what you want. You want a frizz-free separation, and I think you can get this with this hair, unlike the Congo curl. I'm sorry, I'm going to reference that hair because that was the hair I had in last Saturday. So again, very easy to split this hair. The length of it is 14 inches. I have not cut this hair, so what you guys are seeing right now is the hair completely uncut, and it's 14 inches. So let me do kind of a turnaround. Very long. I like the 14 inches though. It does really feel like a 14 inch. Now the install did take a little bit longer than the Zuri Congo curl though. That was a very quick install. I said in that video, very quick install. Now I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I actually was watching a movie last night on HBO. What was it? Jurassic World, The Fallen Kingdom or whatever. And I actually timed the install of the hair with me watching it, like how far along I got in the movie. And it did take me, and granted my braids were already down. So this is just the install of the hair. Took me about an hour 45 just to install the split and all that. And it may be because I have a fuller look, or it may be that I was really engaged in the movie, but it was a little bit longer of install than the last Congo curl hair, which was very, you know, quick. What you're going to want to do after you install this hair immediately is mousse the hair, especially if you separate the hair. Now the hair knots, I only knotted this hair maybe twice. Didn't really require a lot of knots. I try to do the invisible knots in the front, so of course it looks more natural. But again, this isn't a hair that's going to require a lot of knottage going on it, so it's really good. And separation is very easy. What you're going to do if you separate the hair, like I said, is you're going to want to mousse this hair, and use a mousse of your choice. But you guys know for the longest now I've been loving the Vkillz mousse. They have several different kinds. They have the maximum shine and wave, they have the olive oil, they have the one in the red can. I have all three, so it doesn't matter which Vkillz. This is just the one that I'm using right now and that's open right now, so you want to use it up. What that's going to do is kind of bring the curls back together a little bit. When you separate, you do kind of tend to make the hair go from this kind of more concise to this kind of more separated, and what the mousse does is kind of bring it all back together a little bit, if that makes sense. And that's what you're going to want to do. You want to bring it all back together, and you're going to want to apply a generous, I say generous amount of mousse to the hair as soon as you install it. Now what I did last night, as soon as I moussed it, I put it up in my pineapple like I normally do when I go to sleep. So that means just bringing the hair to the top of the head, putting a hair tie around it, and then going to sleep. That way, I will say this hair was very heavy when it was all at the top of my head. Now it's not heavy right now, but when I put it up at the top, when I pineappled it, I was like, oh, this is a little weighted. This is a little weighted right now. So just be aware of that. So overall, this has been my first day thoughts on this Model Fresh Wand curl, 14 inches. I have to say, overall looks of it, do really like it this first day, and I will kind of cut a little bit of it to shape it, not too much, because again, I'm not a master cutter, but I will be back in 1 week to show you how it looks. And overall, my first week thoughts coming up right now.
1 week later.
So now coming on here for my first week thoughts on this Model Fresh Wand curl, and I have to say, this is the wand curl I have been looking for. Now I feel like my issues with the free tress ringlet wand, Jamaican bounce, and Zuri hair, which we're not even gonna get into, but I didn't really have major issues with, you know, free tress and Jamaican bounce. I think the thing about me though is that I do like length a little bit, and some of those curls only come in a shorter length. Now I know Jamaican bounce on it says 26 inches. Ain't nobody 26 inches nowhere. I know Zuri, the most recent hair, only had it about 10 inches that you could go up to, and you were really supposed to keep the 8 inches at the bottom and then have the 10 inches at the top. So it was really supposed to be a shorter length. Now this being 14 inches is really what I like, and the fact that it looks so natural is just added upon that. Now I know I've gotten questions from you guys to want me to try more curls like the Outre, what is it, Cineva bounce. I might be saying that completely wrong, but you guys know what curl I'm talking about, and I do like that curl. But now having a length a little bit, it's going to be hard for me to go back and have that same feeling. Again, like I said, I've cut only a little bit since my first week thoughts. I apologize about the sun coming in. Let me get up in camera so you guys can kind of see how it looks. Very natural looking. So again, if you guys want me to try more wand curls in the future, I'd be happy to, but give me suggestions for longer length, because I think that is what I really vibe with. Now again, looks very natural looking. Looks like a natural flexi rod set that I've had for a week now. You know, if this was my normal hair, flexi rod set will be going downhill at a week's time, but this one is really lasting, and the only thing I've put on this hair is my mousse. Now I haven't even done that the entirety of the week. I really just did that on Thursday. Today is Saturday. I did it Thursday, did it that first day, did it on Thursday, and I don't know if I'll be pulling it out again, you know, maybe later on throughout the week. It's not something that requires a lot of product and a lot of effort to it. I did it Thursday so I could detangle it, and as you can see, I detangled it Thursday. Still has a little bit of, you know, detangles too that have come about in the last 2 days, but nothing too major. It's not that much of an annoyance. Let me get up in camera so you can kind of see the frizz on it. Again, nothing major, something that gives it a more natural look. Now, 1 week in, I am really liking it, but you guys will see my final thoughts coming up right now.
Later.
So now coming on here for my final thoughts of this fresh wand curl. Now it has been 3 weeks. However, I am taking this hair out at 4 weeks. I'm just filming a week early because next Saturday I have a lot going on. You guys know some Saturdays I do have to take off, but I wanted to go ahead and film my final thoughts. And I also don't feel like this hair is going to change drastically from week 3 to week 4. I honestly don't, because this hair has really held up well. I think this is what I'm talking about when I say I want a wand curl hair. Out of all the wand curl hairs that I tried, and I'm going to lump in the Free Tress Ringlet wand, I'm going to lump in Sensational Jamaican Bounce, I'm going to lump in Zuri Congo Curl, this is the curl. This is me. Like, this is what I want. I have to say, the length on this is impressive. Not a lot of brands have the 14-inch. They don't. I mean, they stop at 8 inches. I don't understand why. You can do length and it still hold up well. I don't know why brands stop at 8 inches, but if you're listening to me right now, brands, do more of this. Go even longer. I think 16 inches. I think when you get to 18, you play games, but when you get to 14, you can do this, because I think a lot of people want the length, especially if you're on kind of on the younger side too. I think I've gotten a lot of comments from posting on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted my boohoo pictures. A lot of people were commenting, I like that length. Does it come any longer? And I was like, unfortunately, this is all I know. But I think this is a perfect length. I think the shorter lengths on me just give me, it's a hard knot life. I feel like I'm Annie. I feel like I should bust out into a jam. But before we jump and dive into these final thoughts, let me be clear, as I do in all my more recent videos, everything I say in this video is my opinion. It's how I feel about things. I always suggest you guys check out different opinions, different reviews if you want somebody else's opinion. Don't just go off of me, because again, I'm one person. If you have a different, reaction to the hair, definitely let everybody know in the comments down below. This is what it looks like. I'm going to get up in camera. 3 weeks again. Super natural looking. There is a little bit of frizz, but it's very bare minimum. If anything, it's probably less than at the 1 week mark, because I pulled out an oldie but goodie product that works wonders on this hair. Now, I don't know what I said. I can't remember what I said in my first week thoughts. That was a couple weeks ago. But now, the product you need with this hair, I'm going to link it down below in the description. You guys know I ain't pulled out my old faithful Hawaiian Silky in a while, but it's time to re-emerge, because this is what this hair needs. These two, this is what this product was made for. I feel like this will soften this hair to no end. This hair feels so super soft, but you're gonna have to use a lot of this product. And what I mean is, last night I detangled this hair, cut out a lot of the frizz, cut out a lot of the, the ends that were uneven. I poured this into my hand. I used more than a dime-sized amount, and I went through and just detangled the hair. I really spent about a good 40 minutes, probably the longest time ever, because I am wearing this for 1 more week, and because I'm going to the Millennium Tour concert tonight, I definitely wanted my hair to be on point and separated. I knew I was going in there with a 3-week-old hair, but I wanted it to look like it was still 1 day old, and I think I did a good job of making it look still as great as it did that very first day. So what you're gonna do, put this in your hair, kind of work it through the hair evenly, and then do it again. But you're going to have to use an abundance of this. I think I'm almost out, which is fine, because y'all know I bought like 3 bottles, so I'm good on this product. But do not, Vigorol Mousse, I mean, I know I love it for some hairs. I think this hair really needs this Hawaiian silk. When I went to sleep at night, I just pineapple it at the top of my head and put my scarf on, go to sleep. Woke up this morning, I was like, I just wanted to keep my hands in it. Like, it feels so revitalized just off of that. So do I think it's water friendly? Do I think it's active friendly? I think it's definitely active friendly. I think you're just gonna have to kind of, of course, stay on top of it as you would with any hair. I think you could, but it's easy to kind of put up however you want to wear it while you're working out. If you want to wear your hair shorter so you can wear it down, that's fine as well. I also think water friendly, but don't wet it in excess. I think this is going to be a hair that you can only wet a couple of times. Like, so if you're swimming, and you're gonna get out and get out, I think you're gonna come to a point where the frizz is just gonna be a little bit too much at a certain point. So I definitely say it's a hair that you can get wet. And I would definitely, if I knew better, I would have worn this on my upcoming trip. But my trip is, you know, in a couple weeks, so I'm gonna install a different hair. But I definitely say I'm not going, you know, swimming, deep diving. I'm not snorkeling with the dolphins or anything like that. So I definitely think this would be a hair that I would definitely take on a vacation. But if you're somebody who is saying, is this a hair that I can get wet as if it were braids, like as if I wanted to dive in and swim all the time, I definitely would say this might not be it. So overall, my thoughts on this, is this a Lia Lavon? Yes. This has been one of my funnest hairs that I've tried in this year. For the entirety of this last week, I've done nothing, really done nothing. But you're gonna have to have, you know, at least once or twice a week where you detangle the hair. I didn't do it once this week just because it was a crazy week for me, and next week is gonna be crazy busy, so I don't see myself really doing the same process I did last night. But if you want to do a Friday, Saturday, where you kind of deep dive, use this product and go to sleep and just wake up and your hair feels super soft, you can do this. Make sure you guys leave down below other wand curls that you guys want me to try if you know them in a longer length. After this week, I was googling all over the place, like crochet wand curl over 14 inches, and there's not that many of them. I just want to try another something that is between 12, 14, or 16 inches. So if you know a wand curl out there, if it's latched and hooked, if it's Curlcolon, if it's some other brand that's not even a store brand, but something else you know out here, please let your girl know, because I am very enthusiastic about wanting to try the wand curl. And even though I said it's kind of a warmer hair, to be honest, it really hasn't been as super warm in this last kind of week. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up even if you didn't enjoy it. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of my good content. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.